Oh, she about chopped my finger off. We're here, and we are going to sing our song today a cappella. But first, I want to say, welcome to Bethel United Church of Christ, where no matter where you are on life's journey, you are always welcome here, as Bethel is, of course, the sponsor of our Chat, Cook, and Pray. So here we go, a cappella. Forgive us, but we're doing it.
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here's the story that must be told about two ladies who are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to chat and cook and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook, live at 1. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen.
And we did it! We remembered all the words!
And we cut off the last chat, cook, and pray because we always kind of get spooked at that too. So that was it. I can't believe it. That was wonderful.
Either. Well, and we should explain we had to do it this way because it's election day and we don't want to scare any of the voters away.
That's right. So so this is actually pre-recorded, but it's going to come the same time always on Tuesday. But we had to move our kitchen out before election tomorrow.
Yes.
So that's why we're doing this. And it's a wonderful recipe. Of course, Marty's already tried it out. You all, it was a glorious Easter service yesterday that we just loved. It was so great to see all of you, and happy Easter. And we celebrate Easter for 6 weeks. So it's not over just because Easter Sunday's over. So I'm going to let Marty get started on this. It is called a low-carb bacon cheeseburger casserole. Everything that's wonderful. Okay, go, Marty.
All right. Just a second here. I'm trying to... I should have looked at this. Oh, I don't want that. There, I want bake. Got bake. Now, I want the temperature. Oh, I don't want 400 degrees. I want 350 degrees.
Okay.
I have to remember this is a different one than my one at home. And
now, you putting it on oven or convection?
Oven.
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 Okay.
Oven.
So it's going to heat up.
Yeah. So there, it'll
All
start
right.
heating up now, and
There
we'll
she
be.
goes.
And now, what I'm going to start out here is frying up the hamburger and following the recipe,
Yes.
as you say.
Recipe is right.
Now, what did I do with my oh, I hit it. My spatula. I already fried the bacon earlier because that takes so much time to fry. And this recipe was really good. However, when I made it at home and tested it, Randy said, Pastor Karen might find this a little hot. Well, it's because I didn't have any regular ketchup, so I used sriracha.
Can you believe she did that? Used as much sriracha as they called for ketchup? Whoa!
It was tangy. It was startling.
It was
hot.
Yes.
It was quite, it was quite the moment. But it tasted good.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get a little more used to heat, and I've come a long way.
Yeah. Well, your sermons, they just really liven it up, You feel that heat there on those Sundays.
Feeling that heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take her a while to get this starting to brown, and then we'll come back to her as she adds the stuff. So just to make it a little different, I can show my face while I read if you want to.
Yeah, you can come around and actually you can stand. You could probably stand over here because.
Which would be the better one? I don't really know where I'm going to be because
you don't know where you're going to. Why don't you just stand right over here?
I'll stand right here.
Yeah, because we can't. We can't see.
We can't see. Okay. Now, what we're going to have today is a spring trivia quiz.
Oh.
And since I'm now coming over here, though, I won't be able to see their.
Well, they're not making
Thanks.
comments because they're on record.
Oh, that's right.
And so you can see their comments
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we'll be watching it.
That's right.
And so
we're
then
going to
you'll
be watching it at the same time you are. So then I can see your comments. So I am going to give you a spring trivia quiz because we need to get into the spirit of spring.
Yes.
And now that the weather's warm and stuff, it's so important. So I'm going to give you time to take a little sheet of paper and answer these questions, and they're only true and false, so it won't take that long. T or F.
T or F.
After each question, and then we will go back and I will give you the answers
Did
to
you
those
take
questions.
the test ahead of time?
I kind of did. There was only 2 that I wasn't real sure of. Maybe 3, so I
Maybe
might have
4.
had a.
There's only 10 questions.
There's only 10 questions, so I'm probably I will also tell you your results, what that says about us.
Oh.
If we fall between 0 and 4 right, or 5 and 7, or whatever.
Well.
Okay, here we go. Let me just say on this one, if you remember my sermon from a little ways back, you'll know the answer to this. On the first day of spring, the hours of daylight and of darkness are equal. True or false? Just mark that down. Don't speak. Okay? That's the first one. Number 2. During the vernal equinox, around March 21st, an egg will stand on its small end. True or false? During the vernal equinox, around March 21st, an egg will stand on its small end.
There
Well,
it
you're
is.
holding it in your hand. Aren't you just supposed to put it on the thing?
You know, I want to prove this one.
Is that true or false?
Oh, I don't want
okay.
to drop that. That'd be a real mess.
Number 3. The ancient Greeks celebrated Mother's Day in spring. True or false? The ancient Greeks celebrated Mother's Day in spring. True or false? Number 4. Finding a 4-leaf clover is thought to bring you good luck. True or false? And number 5. The area along the California-Oregon border is known as the Easter lily capital of the world. Area along California and Oregon border is known as the Easter lily capital of the world. True or false?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, we don't know either.
Oh, that's true. So if it's false, then that's a good thing I didn't know it. And if it's true, then
I
it's
think
too
you
bad.
gave the answer away
Well,
on
I
that
don't
one.
know what it is.
Okay.
I didn't read the
Okay, number
answers.
6. Baby birds must learn how to sing. True or false? Baby birds must learn how to sing. Okay. Number 7. Arbor Day, which encourages the planting of trees and celebrates the role trees play in the environment, is traditionally celebrated on the last Monday in April. Arbor Day is traditionally celebrated on the last Monday in April. True or false? Number 8. Spring fever is a real physical condition. Spring fever is a real physical condition. True or false? Number 9. An emerald represents spring. True or false? An emerald represents spring. And then number 10, last question. William Wordsworth wrote a famous poem about daffodils. William Wordsworth wrote a famous poem about daffodils. True or false? All right. We're going to go over the answers in a minute so you can check your results, okay? But first, Marty's
Well,
going to...
It said to drain the fat off of this hamburger, but look it.
I don't think you need to do that. There's not that much.
There's not that much. I
Just
can't believe it.
Scoop that hamburger off into that bowl or whatever. Or
No,
you were
it just
using
said-
that one for eggs.
Well, no,
Okay.
I'm making a mess.
I'm leaving you.
You're leaving.
You need to continue
putting
on with your
putting-
instructions.
I'm putting the onions in now, and I'll be adding garlic. I just used powdered garlic today because I was lazy.
Okay.
All right, so I've got the onions that I chopped up already. And anyway, woo, there was a piece of paper towel in there. Okay. Now I better turn the skillet back on.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah, it would. My fingers are slick.
You need a paper towel?
Yeah, I'll force myself. There, you got it.
I'm turning one off in case you need it in
Yeah,
the
that
future.
would be a good plan.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, now we're just gonna brown this, and I'll add in some Penzeys garlic powder. I'll add in a half a teaspoon, or maybe a whole teaspoon. That looks good. We'll call that good enough. So, I'm just gonna do this until these onions are translucent. This really doesn't take all that long.
Yeah. See, this is kind of weird. I have nobody to respond to right now, but I will.
Well, you can
tomorrow.
respond to me.
Well, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
that would be kinda
I
boring.
respond to you every day,
Yeah, you do.
so.
Well, I must say that yesterday was lovely outside. And thank goodness it didn't rain or snow as it has in past years.
I know. It was really a.
And of course, it was the
perfect
first
Sunday.
time I haven't told you that it was going to rain or snow on an Easter when you've informed me that we're gonna do things outside. And I decided that this year I should be nice to you.
That's right.
All right.
Okay,
And,
what do we add next?
well, we're gonna add in cream cheese. Now it says 4 tablespoons of cream cheese, and I translated that into mean,
A lot
4
of
ounces.
cream cheese.
yeah, well, it tasted good when I made it at home with that much, so.
Okay. There's, anytime you can add cream cheese,
It's kinda like the bacon, you know, when I looked for recipes
Yes.
that had lots of bacon in it. Ugh.
there you go.
So what'd you have for dessert for Easter?
Oh my goodness, there are so many, I can't remember them all. There were cookies, there were brownies, there was, French silk pie. There was just too many to pick from, actually. It was just a good array.
So you
of
had enough to
sweets.
eat?
Oh yes, we always do. Of course, we had the family together, and sat out on the deck, Aaron's deck, and it was a beautiful day, and so it all worked out really great. Unfortunately, though, I got these little things for Tristan, Truman, and Colin, because I figured, I'm gonna get something for them that they can actually do something. And it was a Rice Krispie treat box that could be decorated, then made a nice big 3 big bunnies, or there was one that made Rice Krispie eggs, and with that, you did a painting kind of thing on it. And I thought they would love it. In my head, I thought the bunnies and the eggs were already made, and they were in the box, and then they would just undo them from the cellophane and use the decorating. No, they showed me Grandma. Did you know that these Rice Krispie treats aren't already made? You've got to make them, and we push them into a mold. I said, no, I didn't know that. And of course, Mom and Dad were not happy about that, because of course it would mean that they would have to make the Rice Krispie treats. So anyway, I made them. I didn't care. I said the next time Grandma comes, I will help make this, and we will
Well, yes,
decorate
'cause-
bunnies and Easter eggs.
Because you have all
down
this,
the road.
you have all this experience in cooking now,
Yes,
and so you can
that's right.
do that. Okay, I put in the mustard and the ketchup
And the cream cheese.
and the cream cheese, and I'm gonna melt that stuff all together. Now I'll put in the Worcestershire sauce. I'm finding a lot of recipes with Worcestershire sauce.
I know
didn't
it.
know
We
there
have
was-
had a lot of recipes with Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I went through one bottle. Well, it was a partial bottle. I had to open
But
up another one.
I like the flavor of Worcestershire.
That's a good thing.
I do.
All right. And just stir this all in until this is all nicely creamily mixed together. And then seasoned salt. Now, this is also a Pacce one, and it's a little spicy, so I'm cutting back on some of the other spice that I put in before. And let's see, how much do I want of this? A teaspoon. All
Does
right.
Pacce salt only have spicy?
Well, no, it's because of what I
Oh,
bought.
okay.
Actually, it was free, and you know me, if it was
Yeah.
free.
Free.
Yeah, free.
So it's how much of that?
A teaspoon.
Teaspoon. Okay.
Salt, you know. Figure that's all you care. And a teaspoon of ground pepper. One.
She's using a half teaspoon.
Yes,
so
I
that's
used
what
a
makes
half.
the whole.
Yeah. 2 halves make a whole.
That's right.
It's a new math thing I learned. And I'll just stir this all together here.
Working away.
Yep, just
Getting that
getting it all
casserole.
gushed
You know, as
up.
I read that casserole, because it calls for eggs and cheese and stuff.
Yeah, you know,
it could be a brunch.
Yeah.
It could be a brunch.
You could, you know, I thought there's a lot you could actually do with this. You know, I saw some that you put macaroni in it and all this, and then I found this one that was,
Well, this
kind of
what's
the low
nice about this,
carb.
it's low carb.
and I thought, well, I thought about some of our people I know that are trying to watch what they're eating. Unlike us, we're just watching ourselves eat it.
Yeah, well,
And-
and you can afford to, and I can't. So, there you go.
All right, now I will, okay, now I take this mixture that I've made up and I'm going to put it in. I'm gonna unplug this. And I'm going to put this in the casserole dish. This is what made this thing so easy. You didn't have to do hardly
Do you want me
anything.
to hold that up, or can you do that?
Oh, I can do this.
Okay. Okay, while she's doing that, I'm gonna read you some of the answers to your true and false questions that you answered, and then you guys will add up your scores, and I'll tell you what that means. The first question was, of course, on the first day of spring, the hours of daylight and darkness are equal, and that is
It's
true. Around March 21st, the Earth's position is in its orbit around the sun, places its equator in line with the sun. This time period is called the vernal equinox, and it is the first day of spring in the northern hemisphere. Vernal means spring, and equinox means equal.
Aha!
That's why it's called the vernal equinox. I mean,
Uh-huh.
nox. Okay. So, number 1 is true. Number 2, the question was, I'm repeating those for you all that didn't get in on the beginning. During the vernal equinox, around March 21st, an egg will stand on its small end. True or false? And I am here to tell you that that is false. Although some people would swear that an egg will stand on its small
Well,
end
it
during
did,
the
in my
vernal
hand.
equinox. Yeah, but you were holding it in your hand. There's no scientific evidence to
Yes,
support these
that's true.
claims. I wonder if I would stand on my small end during the vernal equinox.
I'm looking for the small end.
Be quiet. Okay, number 3. The ancient Greeks celebrated Mother's Day in spring. I don't know why we would know this, But that is true. The ancient Greeks celebrated Rhea, mother of the gods, with honey cakes, beverages, and flowers at dawn. The
Whoa.
earliest known Mother's Day celebration.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I was going to say true just because it was so bizarre.
Right. Number 4, finding a 4-leaf clover is thought to bring good luck. I think all of us probably got that one right. It is true. 4-leaf clovers are thought to bring good luck, but there's no scientific evidence to support that claim. Okay. All right. No scientific evidence that 4-leaf clovers bring good luck. Number 5. The area along the California-Oregon border is known as the easterly capital of the world. And, you know, I would have answered that true just because they would told you all this information, and that is true. An area along the California and Oregon border produces 95% of all bulbs grown in the world for the potted Easter lily market. They produce more than, oh, wow. They produce more than 11 million bulbs annually.
Oh my gosh.
11 million Easter lilies. Now, I would have to say, as much as I love an Easter lily, when there gets to be a bunch of them all close together in one room and you get that smell, sometimes it's hard not to just sneeze. That's for sure.
Well, did you see how much they wanted for Easter lilies this year?
No, I did not.
They were $9 at Price Chopper. I said, you know what? I'm not buying any this year.
Well,
forget it.
Okay, number 6. True or false? Baby birds must learn how to sing. Baby birds must learn how to sing. And that is true.
Really?
Yes. Though baby birds are born with the ability to sing, they must learn the songs of their species. An isolated baby bird will learn simple songs, but not the complex songs of its species. A bird must hear in order to learn. Well, true, I think, also of most all of this. A bird must hear in order to learn. Only a few birds can sing the songs of other species. The mockingbird seems to be the best at imitating the songs of other birds. Thus, the mockingbird.
Let's get the lights. I'm going to put in...
Come on.
I'm going to put in a 1/4 of a teaspoon of the hot sauce instead of a full teaspoon.
Okay, and this is now you've got the bacon on top. You've got the...
Yes.
You've got the mixture in the bottom, bacon on top.
And I was supposed to put the pepper in the eggs, but it won't make any difference at this point.
Where'd you put it? Oh,
I put it in the hamburger.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay, so there's the hot sauce.
Yeah, we're just
into
gonna...
the 4 eggs.
Yep. This is Randy's best choice, Louisiana-style hot sauce. And now I'm just mixing that up really good before I put in the milk.
Okay.
And this is 1.5 cups of, I think it said heavy cream. Well, I used 1/2 and 1/2. I figure there's not much difference.
There we go.
In my book, there isn't.
I'll tell you, just the ingredients in it make me hungry.
Yeah. Okay, I just whip this together like this. This is the hard part. We're just going to pour this over the top.
That is going to be a masterpiece, I can tell.
It has bacon.
Bacon, bacon.
Bacon, bacon. All right, now
the cheese.
the cheese. And, you know, it says 8 ounces. Well, you know what?
Check it out.
I just covered up really good with the cheese.
Oh my goodness sakes, that looks good.
Well, it hopefully will be very, very good.
I think it will. I think it'll be very cheesy and very yummy. Wonderful. Okay. And so she's gonna put this in and have it cook.
Yeah. So,
You know, what I'm thinking is, if we needed to, we could stop the thing for a while and then come back and finish it.
but if we did that, then we have to start a second video.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, we get confused enough.
I know. Okay, into the oven it goes. Do not burn yourself. All right.
Change the time. I'm gonna set it for 24 minutes.
24.
Whoops.
Oops.
There, now.
Okay,
I almost screwed
24
that up.
minutes.
All right.
All right, so while
I can turn the camera around.
she can turn the camera around and I'll finish giving you the answers. And then we'll go through and see who's got what. See how you did. Tell me where I'm at.
You're in
Right
Bethel.
before the at.
You're in Bethel Kitchen. Let's see.
Are you gonna be able to be in the picture too?
Yeah. I was getting confused. Someone sent me an email, and then I realized I'd left my phone on, and we don't want it to ring.
No, we don't. Okay. So here we are.
Yes.
Now, you have just answered that we found out that it's true that baby birds have to be taught how to sing. Okay. Number 7, the question was, Arbor Day, which encourages the planting of trees and celebrates the role trees play in the environment, is traditionally celebrated on the last Monday in April. True or false? And it is true. Arbor Day is traditionally celebrated on the last Monday in April. However, each state can select its own date.
Oh.
That's that independence of states.
Yeah.
Depending on weather conditions. The first Arbor Day celebration was held on April 10th, 1872 have you read these? Do you know what state it was celebrated in
No.
1872?
Maine.
Nebraska.
They don't have any trees in Nebraska.
I'm thinking, well, that's an odd state to pick, but I guess they
Yeah.
started planting trees.
Maybe they had to.
Yeah. Okay, number 8. Spring fever is a real physical condition. True or false? Spring fever is a real physical condition.
No.
True.
True?
Spring
Oh.
fever is a real physical condition which commonly occurs when a sudden warm spell follows a long cold period. When the temperature rises, the body has to get rid of the heat.
Oh.
Thus, there's a dilation or expansion of the blood vessels so that blood can be carried to the body's surface where heat can be lost quickly. Some people experience an energetic feeling when the change happens due to the body's reaction to the great amount of internal work going on.
Oh, there's still hope for us.
That's right. We better get some spring
Well,
fever.
Yeah.
We need to get some spring fever around
Yeah.
here right away.
Yeah.
We need to have that energetic feeling.
We need something.
Now, okay, number 9. An emerald represents spring. True or false? And that is true, which I kind of figured that would be. An emerald represents spring, rebirth, hope, peace, and tranquility. So an emerald, that's an interesting stone. I'll have to remember that. And then, the last one. William Wordsworth wrote a famous poem about daffodils. And the answer is true. William Wordsworth wrote the poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, which was about yellow daffodils. You know, when we went over to England, we went to, I'm trying to think of the name of the lake area where all the poets lived and things. But we went to that area and I saw William Wordsworth tombstone. And on the tombstone it has, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud written on it. That must have been one of his popular ones.
I said we could put that on yours.
I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. But anyway, well, that was kind of fun. Oh, and now I'm going to tell you what it means. So add up your correct score, and then I will give you a results to what that means about you. All right, here we go. If you got 0 to 4 right, maybe you have spring fever. And so read the answers below to learn more about spring, or better yet, go outdoors and take in the sunshine. For good sportsmanship, you get a spring wish. If you got 5 to 6 right, you should get outdoors and enjoy the spring. For good sportsmanship, you get a spring wish. I think we're going to get a spring wish in every one of them. 7 to 8 right, congratulations, you know a lot about spring. you get a spring wish. Just close your eyes and make a wish. And 9 to 10, wonderful, stupendous, you're a spring expert, you deserve a fabulous spring, you get a special spring wish.
They all got spring wishes.
You all got spring wishes. And I thought some of those questions were interesting. There were, probably 2 or 3 that I could have answered either way. But anyhow, that was a fun little treat. So we've got to cook this for quite a while yet.
Yes.
I'm wondering, is that something you've already showed me on the far side?
Yeah, it was a good one. Here, I'll go show it to him
Yeah,
on the camera.
show it to him.
Yeah, and because it says, inadvertently, Roy dooms the entire Earth to annihilation.
Annihilation.
Well, it didn't say reading was one of my strong points. In an attempt to be friendly, he seizes their leader by the head and shakes vigorously. There he is. So you can see what kind of humor I have.
Oh, now that's weird. Why didn't you turn around and hold it to the front of the thing?
Because
that's
camera,
showing. You
because
turned the camera around.
No, but jeez.
So this is showing now this.
Yes, it's showing this.
So you couldn't have just held it up here. You just wanted to get it close.
because they couldn't see it from back here.
Well, that's true.
Well,
It's true. Oh my
Have
goodness!
you been drinking?
I don't know. Always after Easter. There's this
lull.
letdown, and all of a sudden it's like you lose part of your brains.
Well, and
That's
some
right.
people that could be really bad.
Yes, and that includes me. But anyway, the weather outside is great today, so I hope as spring continues to come and get warmer each day, you're going to find some time to be outside and in nature. There's something that's just good about sitting outside and being out in the air, and it just feels good. And again, I tell you what, it was so neat yesterday, because see, we're filming on Monday. You'll see this tomorrow, but Easter Sunday was just so wonderful to see the kids and see people that we haven't seen all year. The shocking thing is how tall.
Oh my gosh!
Some of the kids have gotten.
Yes.
It was just amazing. It was.
Yeah, your grandkids. I saw them. I thought, my gosh, they've gotten so tall. And Randy says he was counting the kids. He said, well, you had 11 kids. He said there were 2. He said, I don't know who were those 2. I've never seen them before. And I said, that's Pastor Karen's grandkids. He goes, oh, I didn't know they were.
That's right. They were Tristan and Truman came, so that was great.
Yeah, I saw them get out of the truck, and I thought, oh my gosh, they've really grown.
They have grown. That's right. Well, I'm going to read us another little story. And of course, this is it's called the Easter Challenge. And now that Easter is over, how long will we hold in our hearts that Christ is risen and is actually in our hearts and in our actions? Because it's so easy to have the day go by, and within a few days or weeks, we forget the excitement and how important Easter Sunday is. And so this is from John 20, verse 29. You believe because you can see. Happy are those who have not seen and yet believe. And this is by Joyce Rupp. Every year it happens. Earth shakes her sleepy head, still a bit wintered and dull, and feels new life stirring. Every year, cocoons give up their treasures, fresh shoots push through brown leaves, seemingly dead branches shine with green, and singing birds find their way home. And every year, we hear the stories. Empty tomb, surprised grievers, runners with news and revelation, unexpected encounters, conversations on the road, tales of nets filling with fish, and breakfast on a seashore. And every year, the dull and dead in us meets our Easter challenge to be open to the unexpected, to believe beyond our security, to welcome God in every form, and trust in our own greening. You know, that term greening, Joyce Ruff is great with using that, and I'd never even used it as a term before. You know, trusting in our own greening, which to me is saying trusting in our own growth, in our faith, in our growth in understanding and relationships. We need to trust that we will grow in that and be a more whole, complete person. So, okay, so tell me this. What was your favorite thing about this Easter?
The Easter Bunny?
The Easter Bunny. And why do you like the Easter Bunny? Are you talking about when the Easter Bunny came and visited here at Bethel?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That was a very special time.
I've
I
always
enjoyed
wondered what the Easter Bunny must be thinking as all those kids come up and stuff. What do you think the Easter Bunny thinks about when all that's happening?
that. Wow.
Does the Easter Bunny think, I hope they don't run too fast and knock over the Easter Bunny?
I think the Easter Bunny's hoping they don't pull his tail.
Oh, well, yeah, that would
It
hurt.
would be, yeah, or pull his ears.
Yeah.
That, the Easter Bunny would not like to have his ears pulled.
No, that's right. No. Well, I remember at the Easter Bunny's interview, I bit the ears off first, and the Easter Bunny was kind of afraid of that. And I promised from now on, if I got a chocolate bunny, I'd go from the bottom up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's not near as scary.
No. And besides, that's the bigger pieces.
That's the bigger, yes.
Yeah, so,
that's right.
In case you have to share with somebody, start at the bottom. That way you'll get more.
And even though we're asking for these questions, you guys can send this up. So tell me, what was your favorite Easter thing that happened this year? And we will read those off because, I guess we'll watch it together.
Well, yes.
So I can't respond to that.
Yes. Well, but jeez. What planet are you from? Outer Mongolia?
Explain to me.
Okay. You know how they respond when they
and I can reply.
And so, you can
type
make comments.
it in.
Yeah, you can respond just like if you were a
but
human.
not in talking.
No, you'll have to type your answers.
Oh, that might be scary too.
Yes. It'd be scarier if I was typing.
Yeah,
them,
that's true.
Because
that's
sometimes
true.
my words are interesting.
Hey, I was going to also suggest, if you didn't get a time before Easter, to maybe call or drop a line to somebody here at Bethel that you haven't seen or talked to in a while, and just to let them know you're thinking of them. I think those kinds of things are so appreciated as we continue doing this distancing. So if you haven't done that, that would be great. I tell you what, I'm starting to get hungry, and I think we got a while to go.
It's getting up there.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
Okay, well, I'm going to read something else because we have time, unless you have something to share.
Oh, we need to tell people about a survey that we're sending out.
That's right.
And if they will have gotten it, and the ones in the mail will get it this week.
It. Okay.
And we need them to respond to the questions. There's only 4 questions.
Yeah, 4 questions.
4 questions, and I've made it so they can check the box and then email it back to Bethel so that I can give it to the team that's working on the reopening plan.
Okay, so when you got your, or when you get your Monday letter that we send out from Bethel, there'll be 2 attachments. There'll be the letter, and there'll be a survey for Bethel. And these 4 questions will, as you answer them, the information will go to the reopening team, and they will look at, your interest in coming back to in-person worship, or what would keep you from doing that. So that each of the questions are very simple. Some of them just have 2 answers,
2 choices.
2 choices. Some have 4. But just read those, and like Marty said, if you got it over your email, you can answer it right there online and then reply.
And if there's
back.
more than one person in your household, you can send a second one in, you just respond back
Right.
again.
Right.
In case you don't all agree in your household, I mean.
Right. Would it be just as easy to say, when they fill it out, say one yes, one no, or?
Well, they can't, cause they just have
They
the
can
X's,
just
but if they
exit.
have, the thing of it is if it's a couple, if you just, when they send back and say it's for both of them,
Okay, okay,
Most households probably are going to agree most of
On
the
a
time.
certain- yeah.
On certain on 4 questions. I mean,
Right.
that's all they have to agree on, is 4
Right.
questions.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not bad.
so then, once the team gets those back, and we want those back ASAP. I mean, we
Yeah,
want them
we
back, by,
within-
in a couple days if you can, just
By
sit
next
there.
Monday for sure,
Yeah, well, they even wanted to put the plan in next Monday, but they wanted to see
the response.
they wanted to see the responses
so-
before that.
Yeah, so they need
So
they
if-
need it by Sunday then to have the responses back by Sunday.
Right, and if you
That's-
could get it sooner, cause it goes from here and sent on to them.
Well, if I get it by Sunday and I email it to them and they can
Okay, okay.
compile it, they can read fast.
But anyway, that would be so great if you could get those responses back. The team has worked very hard, and they're very much aware of what needs to happen if we come back to in-person worship to make it safe. And they will be explaining all that in their plan and in whatever options after they read your replies, whatever options they have. That's why they want to hear back from you all. So, yeah, it was about a year ago this time they sent out the
No,
first survey.
June.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's not that far off. So it's about this.
Well,
about
let's
this
see,
time.
April, May, June.
Yeah, but it was
3
the
months.
beginning of June. So, because I looked up the date, and so we were within 10 months of when we sent out the first survey, and now so many things have changed. We're wanting to hear back from you all. Okay, what else do we need to talk about?
Well, I know it's a little ahead of time, but May, normally, we would do the teddy bears for Children's Mercy. And right now, because of kind of the situation where we're at with the pandemic and limitations of things, instead, we're going to be doing a special collection for the
Blankets.
Sunday, let's see,
Church World Service Blanket Sunday,
Sunday.
which we normally, that's what we celebrate with Father's Day.
Well, we can do it both.
There we are. We're going to
Yes.
do Mother's Day and Father's Day. Whatever giving comes in for either Mother's Day or Father's Day in celebration of those days, we'll go to Church World Service and buy a blanket for someone.
They sent out a special request of the need because of all of the tornadoes
Yes.
and the storm damages everywhere. They said they really, really need our help this year.
Yes. So and it's just, the need is so great. Just like the need for food is great. I know last week you put in the thing about
And
Mimi's.
I read, and I've run it in again this time because I'm sure that they may have someone they'd like to share that information with.
Right.
And so I put that in, and also there's the list again for Backpack Shepherds of what they need this month.
Great.
And I know Pat Armstrong would be very appreciative of anything that you can do.
Right, right. So that's about all we've got going right now, is to just remind you of those things, remind you of what's coming up here at Bethel, and just keep praying for those people that are on the prayer list, and hold them in
And
prayer.
Jane Bormeyer is home now.
Oh, home?
Yes, home.
Oh, wonderful.
Home.
I didn't know that.
Well, if you'd read your bulletin Sunday, it said that.
That she was home? I
Yes,
thought that was...
I said, put it down there. I said, Jane Bormeyer at home. I moved her down to the.
Oh,
just
okay, because the last I saw when it was typed, she was at the
Yeah,
arena.
no,
Wonderful.
she
That's
got moved
wonderful.
home
I'm so happy.
with some
We-
visiting nurse or whatever,
Okay,
so,
great.
but yes.
That's great. So healing has happened, and we just pray that it continues to happen. So anyway, we're just gonna wait till this is finished cooking, And
Yeah.
when it is, we'll probably just have time to just take a bite and let you know.
Yeah, we'll just show the picture of how good
We'll
it
show
looks.
how good it looks, and then we're gonna eat it, and you're gonna have to guess how good it tastes. But it is looking rather nice in that oven.
Yes, I mean, I think it could be a really neat breakfast.
Oh, I do too.
Brunch.
I do too.
I'm
think it'd be
thinking that you
great.
could even have put sausage in there or ground pork.
Yes, I didn't even think about that, but yes,
You could do that.
do
There's
this
lots
one
of-
because it looks just from where I'm seeing,
And I
it's
liked it because
puffing up.
I saw some that you could put, hash brown potatoes in there, and I thought, that sounds kind of heavy, and this is much lighter.
Yeah. Well, and if you had the hash browns, you'd have carbs. And
That's
it's
right.
supposed to be low carb,
That's right.
so you don't want to put the
Nope,
hash browns
don't
in
want
there.
to put that.
Exactly. I just can't believe we sang our song a cappella.
I can't either, and we remembered all the words. I didn't even look at the words. You had to sign up the words. I didn't even look at
You
them.
were so good.
I know.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Kathy Hayes is going to be so proud of us that we know our own song, even though maybe it didn't sound as good without her playing in the
I
background.
think her playing is important to us.
That is true.
That's what keeps us in line. Oh, did you see her little dog Sunday?
Oh, so cute.
Oh.
Those of you that were here
Oh.
Sunday, you might have seen her little dog.
Ollie,
And
Ollie.
so, what is the name?
Ollie.
Ollie.
Oh.
Cutest thing on 4 little legs.
Oh my gosh.
It was just a cute little dog.
It loved me.
Oh, I'm sure.
It saw me and ran right
I'm
to me.
sure. I
It
am
wanted
sure.
me to hold it, and it licked my ear.
Oh, there goes the lights, and it might be time to
I'll
Get-
check the food.
check the
Ollie.
food. That sounds good to me. Check
Ooh,
that
we've got
food.
just 3 minutes to go. Ooh.
That's
It's
looking
almost there.
good. Okay, it's almost there. And I
Almost.
think we'll go ahead and say a prayer before it gets out. Then
Well,
we
how
can
long
make
a
sure
prayer are you
heaven-
planning on?
Well, it's going to be quick, but
Yeah, 3.5 minutes.
yeah, I won't take 3.5 minutes. But let's see, maybe I can
Not like
get.
an offering prayer.
Yeah, let's see. There was something else I was going to say then, and now I can't think of it. Darn it. Don't know what that is. Let's see here. I'm going to read another of Ruff. She's so good.
I would say you really like her a lot.
And she has something called slow greening, and we talked about how we green up. So I'm going to read just a few of her paragraphs from this. I think of people I know who are longing for an inner greening and are yet in the throes of a spiritual winter. A widow whose husband recently died at a much too early age. A man who is struggling with a new career in midlife and fears his ability to cope with the challenges it requires. The friend whose husband has applied for work far from home and the painful questions it leaves her about what will she do with her own career and friends. A colleague who fell into a deep clinical depression and struggles to live through each day with meager energy. Each one needs an Eastering, a bright greening, and oh, how they long for it to come soon. But it may be a painstakingly slow process, a tiny bit of life gradually weaving through the pain and questions. Eastering isn't always a quick step out of the tomb. Sometimes rising from the dead takes a long, slow greening time. It can't be hurried. It's my hope for you this Easter season that you will trust the resurrection of your spirit. Believe that joy and new life will come for you, even though it may not be there for you now. If you are one of the fortunate ones whose soul sings with happy hallelujahs this Easter, may you turn often to those who are still awaiting their greening and walk hopefully with them. See?
Yeah.
Isn't she wonderful? She just
is.
has the right words at the right time. So I appreciate writers like Joyce Rupp and Ann Weems and
Are you aware that you're using a postcard? One that's a prepaid
yes,
postcard?
I know as a
Yeah, do you know how much those
bookmark.
cost?
I do not.
They cost money.
Okay, I'm not going to throw it away.
Well, good.
I'm just using it as a bookmark right now.
Is that what the post office sells them for?
That's right. Okay, now we're going to say a prayer, and then by that time she should be
Yeah.
able to show you our meal. You just won't be able to hear us going yum yum, okay? Gracious and loving God, we thank you for this time together again. We thank you for our own greening as we now have stepped out of the tomb, stepped out of the darkness and into the light. We thank you for this food that nourishes our body, and we just ask that each and every time that we sit down at a table and are able to enjoy food, let us know there are others out there that cannot, and may our actions make sure they get fed. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Okay, you're going
right.
to zoo out?
Look.
Oh, no,
No,
we're going to
we're
look for
gonna-
the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, there it is.
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Here we go. I'm getting my kazoo ready. Do not burn yourself.
Well, we're still okay time-wise. We're not even in an hour yet.
Be careful there. Okay, here she comes. She's going to hold it up to the back of the phone, I think, or just set it right down here. What do you want to do?
Let's see.
Oh, look at that, it's bubbling.
Yeah.
It's bubbling.
And now,
Oh my goodness.
actually, we need to pull that a little closer to you.
Okay, let's push it back. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
And now, it said to sprinkle with fresh dill. Well, guess what?
Yeah, we'll just sprinkle it with bottled dill. And then
Yes.
get our plates.
Get your plates. I'll grab the silverware.
Okay. Oh my goodness, again, we are so blessed.
We are blessed.
That's for sure.
Every day we're blessed.
And hand me a big spoon and I'll scoop it up.
Actually, you cut it into squares.
Oh, you cut it into squares, okay.
Yeah, squares. Okay, this side
I know we
here.
keep disappearing from the picture, but we're
Well,
really
we're
here.
kind of.
We're really here. Okay, she's gonna cut,
Gonna cut us up.
and it is hot.
Really?
So we are gonna have to let it cool, and as we kazoo our way out.
Oh, you know, Sunday, this coming Sunday is going to be an outdoor service, and Jason Fleener is
Oh,
going
Jason
to sing.
Fleener is gonna sing for us this Sunday.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
got a special song. Pass your plate over here. Oops, let me get you some more of the goodies that
Wow. That's yummy.
Yes, it is. Yummy.
Okay.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
What a great recipe. You all, this was really so quick and so good. Here, you need a hot pad.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh, oh, oh. All right. Oh,
Okay, should we try to take a little bite
yeah,
before
we can
kazoo
try to
our
take a
way
little.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm, 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 mm.
That is really great.
Mm.
You know, I don't know that I'd want to. I mean, I think the sausage would be great, but the hamburger is
Hamburger.
really good.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I mean, it's got a great flavor. And
Yeah.
those spices you put in are, you know, they've really come together, and it's not hot. It's not a spicy hot thing.
No, it's not like what I fixed at home.
Good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well, I'm ready to eat, so I'm going to kazoo them out because I got to eat. I'm hungry.
Now this could be a challenge for us.
This could be a challenge.
Yeah. So we apologize ahead of time to the composer of this piece of music.
1, 2, 3. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray.